Well, the Chicago Bulls are up at halftime, which is what we can ask for. They're up by 5, though. I would like to have a little bit more separation, but it is what it is there. Aiton has 15. Simons has 14 points. They're the only double-digit scorers for the Portland Trailblazers in this game so far. But the Bulls are playing all right, right? When you look at it, they're spreading the ball around, which is really good. DeMar DeRozan is leading the way right now with 16 points. Nikola Vucevic with 14 points. Then you have Ayo Dosunmu going 4 of 8 from the field for 10 points. Outside of him, really, Torrey Craig, no points in the starting lineup at all. He's 0-2 from the field. Alex Caruso's 0-2 as well. He only has 1 point. And then you have Batum with 6 points and Andre Drummond with 5 points and 6 rebounds off the bench so far. Dalen Terry with 11 minutes has 2 points, and Javon Carter's 0-2 from the field as well in this game, with no points from Javon Carter. All things considered, it's good that the Bulls have the lead in this game. I want to see them tighten it up, specifically on the defensive side of the ball. I think that we're leaving a lot to be desired on the defensive side of the ball, or the Chicago Bulls, and we've seen them play much better than this defensively against better teams. So hopefully that's something that they really look to tighten up as well in the second half of this game. We are winning the rebounding battle, which is really good. Only winning it by 2, though. Then we look at points in the paint. We're actually getting outscored in the paint, 32-30. Still a tight margin there. The Bulls have 11 second chance points, which is really good, especially against this team that isn't just a good rebounding team. Also, so let's keep that up for the Chicago Bulls for sure. And then the Bulls have 15 assists right now on 22 made baskets, which is a really, really good ratio as far as assists to baskets. So let's hope that that continues as well for the Chicago Bulls. They've led throughout the most of this game. Portland Trailblazers did have the lead for about 6 minutes. There's been a back and forth, 5 lead changes so far in this game as well, and it's been tied 6 times outside of that. So the Bulls definitely can tighten up some things. They can play much better than what they have, shooting 44% from the field right now and 28% from three-point range. Portland Trailblazers are also shooting 44% right now from the field, but they're shooting 20%. They're 2 of 10 from three-point range. We talked about how they're one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league, so not too much worried about them like creating a lot of separation there. Take that for what you will, but the Bulls got these things that they need to tighten up for. I think if they do, it'll be a nice game for the Bulls, but they just got to keep their head up, keep playing really well. So, second game where we have played through the bigs and seen a positive outcome. I mean, Quentin, you know me, you've talked about that before. Usually when you play through the bigs with this Chicago Bulls team, you're going to get positive results. And so, you want to have everybody, your shooters need to be shooting pretty well, and not excellently, right? They ain't got to be lockdown shooters from three-point range right now, but those things definitely help the Bulls, play a much better brand of basketball. We're still not moving much without the ball, which is really unfortunate, but that's kind of just who this team is at this point, right? Lost concentration towards the end of that quarter, but go Bulls for sure. They allowed the Portland Trailblazers to get out on a 7-0 run, which really took down a big lead that the Chicago Bulls had built up. Let's hope that, listen, you were able to do it in the first round. Let's hope it continues in the second half, first half. Let's hope it can continue in the second half of the game. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the building. What's going on, brother? Tay Hollins in the building says couple of costly turnovers, but not a bad half. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not a terrible half at all. The Bulls throughout most this second half had 2 turnovers. They have only 3 so far to 6 for the Portland Trailblazers. Keep taking care of the ball, and that always is going to help put the Bulls in a better situation when they do actually take care of the ball. So Vooch hit some 3, not bad. Well, listen, the thing with Vooch is that Vooch can be a solid 3-point shooter. He's 2 for 2 from 3 right now, but it's select. You need him to be a selective 3-point shooter. The problem that happens sometimes with this team is that when they absolutely need to rely on Nikola Vucevic's 3-point shooting, that can get you in a bad place. What is going on here? There we go. Okay, that explains a lot. Now we should be back up running. Laptop got unplugged. Don't know how the hell that happened. Bulls fans be like, "Did you see the Dame at the game? He's coming to Chicago next year." That's absolutely that's crazy. That's crazy. Dame is at the game watching DeMar DeRozan. Him and DeMar are close. He also, they said he wanted to see some of his ex-teammates, so that plays a part in that also. Obi really set himself apart from the other players on the bench. Dre dunk was nasty. Listen, Ernalop, we've talked about it. He is somebody, he's been a pro most of his adult life. Now, I'm not saying that should just come with just automatically expecting him to play amazingly, right? But I am saying this is that he's ready. He understands how to be out there. They wanted him to adjust to the NBA game. He's done that excellently. So you want to see that continue. He's playing really well for the Chicago Bulls right now, and he's showing that hey, next season I need to be in that rotation to start the season off. That's what he's showing right now. You got to love him for that. The fact that he's playing like that is really good. Ernolop he's one for the Chicago Bulls, man. He is, and that's I think it's such an underrated move as well when you look at the fact that you're bringing in a player from overseas. They're going to be a decently cost controlled contract, and the Bulls were smart. Sometimes when teams bring over players from overseas, they don't always give them a 3-year deal, which keeps them as a restricted free agents when they do hit free agency. The Bulls giving him that 3-year deal has now made sure that he's going to be a restricted free agent when that time comes. And that is the important part of all this, right? Is that you are maintaining that restricted free agency, which is going to put him in the Bulls in a really position once he becomes a free agent where they can retain his services. We've seen bad things go like that way for teams before. So the Bulls have played this really well as far as that aspect of things. Now, just keep playing the man. Keep allowing him to win his role and to earn that role for the Chicago Bulls. And then we can see what we have in him long term. Really love the way that OB plays the game of basketball. So for sure. But yeah, let's keep it going. Let's see what else we got in here. Quentin from Let's Talk Bulls says the Bulls stand in place just like AI on 2K. That is very accurate. It's very accurate. And it's really disappointing as well, right? I hate the fact that this team just is so stagnant when it comes to moving without the ball, bro. That's something that really hurts your team. I think more than a lot of and I'm not calling anybody here casual, but more than really a lot of casual basketball fans will understand when you don't move without the ball, man, it just makes everything so much harder on you. Every single thing it makes harder on you on the basketball court. So it's unfortunate that that's how the Bulls play and they do it so consistently. But let's hope at some point maybe that changes. We look like we're just filling them out so far. Adjustments will take them out in the second half. Well, let's hope so. Let's keep in mind Billy Donovan isn't always the best at adjustments in the second half of the game. So let's hope they do make those adjustments. I'm not saying that they won't. I'm just saying that right now I'm a little concerned, right? When you bet on second half adjustments for Billy Donovan, it can get a little scary. But I'm not going to be a naysayer. We're going to wish for the best. We're going to think that Billy Donovan is going to come out here and the Bulls are going to play a great second half of basketball. Let's get this win and keep it pushing. I love that jacket, Haize. Bateem's shot are so clean. Listen, Bateem he knows exactly what he's doing, bro. What up, famo? What's going on, King? How you doing, bro? Marcus Korn, son of one of my favorite subscribers here, says OB also does not give up on plays when defending. You know what? Another thing I talked about in the first half, the pregame show of this game, how Torrey Craig, Alex Caruso, and some of Julian Phillips are like the only Bulls players that consistently move without the ball. We got to give that credit to OB too. OB knows how to move without the ball. Now, he's not as decisive as like a Alex Caruso, but he does move without the ball, which is going to put him in a really good situation as things go forward here and his time in Chicago. So I got to give him that credit. I did forget to mention him on that one as well. I have to wonder what is OB's contract? How long is he here for? Hopefully a long time. They gave him a 3-year contract. So he'll be here for at least that long. Well, he's going to be here. Let's talk positive. We want him here a lot longer than that, right? But yeah, so they gave him a 3-year contract, I believe. I don't know the number on that contract. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Give me 1 second. 3-year deal. This year, a base salary because it was prorated is $500,000, but he's making $1.8 million next year and $2.2 million in the third year of that deal. The full contract is non-guaranteed at that. I'm sure they have guarantee dates on that. I don't know if we have those details. We don't. Oh yeah, so it becomes fully guaranteed next season on becomes partially guaranteed on opening night, becomes fully guaranteed January 10th. Same basically thing in the third year of that contract as well. So I don't the way Obi's playing, I don't think they're going to be worried about opting out of that contract. But if for something does go left, injury or anything like that, they do have that opt-out clause to get out that contract without owing anything. So that's a good part of that deal. I believe Bateem could be our best European signing in a while. I mean, that's not a bad take. I'd have to go over the ones who they were, but that's not a bad take. Hey, if someone told me before the season started that Iowa would become a top 3 most important player for us, I would not have believed it. He's taken full advantage of his opportunity this year. Facts. And it's not just because he's starting, right? I know some people, I've seen some of the comments say that, oh, well, he's playing this because he's starting. Iowa was starting to play this way coming off the bench, which would have been crazy to be able to have that production off the bench. But Iowa's been filling out his role. He's been filling it out, figuring it out, and playing better every month of the season that's gone on. So you got to give Iowa credit for how he's been able to perform. Obi has an automatic floater. It's nice. Batim is 24. Yes, Batim is 24 years old. I don't know when he turns 25, but he's 24. Billy Donovan is learning how to close out games. We'll see with that. We'll see with that. Is it that goes back to the conversation we had in the pregame show. How much do you put on coaching? How much do you give credit for the players, right? But either way, they're getting it done. That's the most important thing. They're getting it done, and that's what we want to continue to see from this team. Why does Ayton look like a 45-year-old man? You know what's even worse than the 45-year-old man? And I'm sorry, I know some people are the social justice warriors are gonna get on me for this, but DeAndre Ayton looks like the dog dragon from Neverending Story in the face. Like, isn't that what it is? Is it supposed to be like a dog dragon? He looks like that in the face. I don't know what that thing is called. I used to know what that thing was called in my younger days, but that's what he looks like in the face. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. You'll never be able to unsee it once you see it. Hold on. I'm going to try to show y'all. Give me 1 second. JPEG. Once you see it, you can never unsee it. Never. Now I got to figure out which picture I'm going to delete out of here. Let's see. I got so many troll pictures in here. It's crazy. Let's see. Intro. Is that what it was called? There we go. Now tell me this does not look like DeAndre Ayton in the face. Just take the long snout, take that away, and narrow the eye some, but make that black. That's DeAndre Ayton in the face. It looks just like DeAndre Ayton, bro. You can't tell me shit. Can't tell me shit. It looks just like DeAndre Ayton. Just like him. So, twins, where you been? That's all I can say on that one. I swear it scares me every time the Bulls player goes down for ankle or foot. Now, listen, ankle, foot injuries, it's all crazy. It's all crazy. Justice for Falcor. There you go. There you go. Haize, if we can pull away in this game, I hope Billy can get DeMar and Caruso some rest in the fourth quarter. I mean, that is the benefit of closing out games and teams, right? Is that you get that opportunity to sit the players, play some of the younger players, and everybody doesn't have to play tons of minutes, right? So let's hope that can continue. I know Dame had to be bored pulling up to the game in Chicago. LL, he's about to turn up with the Bulls and Blazers tonight. He needed. No, I mean, I think he just wanted to come support DeMar DeRozan. They actually are friends outside of all this, so that's what it is. Ion Kobe can be dangerous in the playoffs. You can't watch both of them in Vooch and Debo. I mean, yeah, it could potentially be that, right? We got to play sound defensively, I think, as well. That's a big thing to do that. But listen, we know that we can. That's the thing that I'll say, is that we know that we can, and what this team is capable of on paper. We just got to make sure that we're going to be bringing it, man. And hopefully this team does. Any updates on Kobe? No. So he's not playing tonight. They did say he is progressing, though, but he's not playing tonight. So take that for what you will. But yeah, so let's just hope those things continue. Let's hope the Bulls just take care of business, man. When it comes down to it, just take care of business. That's it. That's it. But all right, y'all. I'll be back post game. Make sure you guys stay tuned into the channel. Love you guys. Go